Good evening, everyone. This is Robert RJL 518 welcoming you back to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1981 Pennant race is on the air. Today's date is September 4th, 1981. We got a key matchup in the American League tonight. We are at Arlington Stadium as the Detroit Tigers will take on the Texas Rangers. The Tigers come into this game at 45-36, and right now the Tigers are 6 games back of the Yankees in Boston for first, but they can pretty figure out that they just want to get in the playoffs and get the third spot. They have a 5-game lead on the Indians and 6 ahead of Milwaukee. Milwaukee barely holding on here against the Tigers in the American League East. In the American League West, the Texas Rangers are 1 game back of California for second place, but the Chicago White Sox and the Kansas City Royals are right behind the Rangers. The White Sox are only a game and a half back, where the Royals are still about pretty about maybe 3 or 4 back, about 5 games back. Kansas City is not out of it by any means yet. So right now the White Sox and Kansas City are chasing Texas. So every game here that these two teams play are important. So we got a good matchup tonight here at Arlington Stadium, hoping for a good game. And as we get closer and closer here into the middle of the month of September for the pennant race, anything is possible. Let's take a look at the starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers tonight, and that was Doc Medich. 10 wins, 6 losses, a 3.08 ERA. He got the call for the Rangers tonight. Texas historically won this game. The Rangers, 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Detroit, 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Let's see what Inside Pitch has to say about that tonight. Let's go to the top of the first. And leading off for the Tigers will be center fielder Rick Peters, a .256 average, no homers, and 15 RBIs in 81. Arlington Stadium subtracts 3 from walks and 1 from homers. Strikeouts are normal. The last time we were at a stadium where homers were subtracted, they hit 3 bombs in that one. So who knows how this game is going to go. Let's get going. We are using blue, white, and red dice for the Rangers. They are the home team. Top of the first, let's get started. A big matchup in the American League. Doc Medich rolls a 4-4. That is a blank. Peters, a 3-4, and that's grounded. That is going to be a ground ball to third, and that will be out number 1, a ground out to third base. 1 man out. That will bring up the shortstop, Mick Kelleher. He is at short tonight, not Trammell. Remember, we are in September, so there were September call-ups, and of course, some players that didn't get a lot of playing time will be showing up in these games, and I think that makes it even more interesting as now teams that were really not playing for anything in September are now playing for something. Kelleher, a .221 average and 6 RBIs in 81. Medich with the pitch. 4-6. That's at the park. Arlington Stadium will say 3-1, and that's going to be a base hit to center field for Kelleher. That's a single to center and a 1-out base hit for the Tigers. Kelleher will go to first, and then we will see left fielder Steve Kemp, a .277 average, 9 homers, 49 RBIs for the Tigers in 81. Infield goes to double play depth. Kelleher not really a threat to do anything, and Medich has no pickoff rating, so nothing happening there. Medich will make the pitch. 6-3. That's a pitcher result. Kemp a lefty. A 1-11 is an automatic out. The 16 is high. Kemp will swing 1-2, and that's a ground ball to first. Let's see if they turn the double play. 2. -1, and back to the double play rating is a 2. The shortstop is Mendoza. He has a -1 arm. So the only way to turn a double play is on a 1, and they got it. First base to shortstop, back to first, double play, inning over. The only way they get a double play is on a 1, and they got the 1. No runs and a hit for the Tigers, as a great 3-6-3 double play is made, and we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers tonight was Milt Wilcox. 12 wins, 9 losses, a 3.03 ERA. He gets on the mound for the Tigers tonight. Leading off for the Rangers, center fielder Mickey Rivers, Mick the Quick. 286 average, 3 homers, 26 RBIs. In 1981, Rivers was beginning to slow down a little bit, but he was still a capable hitter for the Rangers that year. Wilcox will make the pitch. A 3-1, that's a pitcher result. Rivers a lefty, a 1-2 would be an automatic out. The 13 is high. Rivers, a 3-5, and that's going to be a leadoff single into center field. Rivers gets a leadoff base hit for the Rangers. Next batter for Texas will be the left fielder, Billy Sample. 283 average, 3 homers, 25 RBIs. And he is in left field for this game. Rivers is a definite stealing threat. He has a 3 attempt, so a 3 or lower, he can get the jump. He does not with the 15. Wilcox, let's see, 1-4 against a righty. Base hit right up the middle. Sample against a right-handed batter is a single 1, and Sample is that, and that will be a base hit. Rivers' base running rating is a 4, and he'll have, and on a single 1, he will make it to third. He still had great speed, and he will make it to third base on a single. So Rivers goes to third. Infield is still going to be a double play depth. Next batter for the Rangers will be their designated hitter, Al Oliver. 309 average, 4 homers, 55 RBIs that year. Runners at the corners. They're going to still call the double play here. Double play right now. It's early. Anything on the bases? The 15 is a no. Wilcox. 4-2. That's a wild pitch, but that 19 will be ball 1. Wilcox again. 1-1. That is a blank. Oliver. 5-1. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. They're going to try to turn the 2. Oliver 3-0-4. Shortstop is Kelleher. He has a 0 arm. A 1-4. They will turn the double play, and they do. Second base to shortstop. Back to first, 2 outs. But Rivers does come in to score, and the Rangers will take a quick 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. So Oliver does ground out into a 4-6-3. But that does allow the run to score, but the Tigers will be happy they will be happy with getting 2 outs and give up an early run, knowing that it is early in this game. 2 outs. Next up will be third baseman Buddy Bell. Bell, a 294 average, 10 homers, 64 RBIs. Wilcox looking in on Bell. And that is a 2-3. That is a blank. Bell, a 4-6, and that's going to be a fly ball to right field. And Kirk Gibson will get to that one, and he will put it away for the out. 1 run on 2 hits for the Rangers. Probably should have gotten more, but they'll be happy with the early lead. 1-0 in favor of Texas after 1. Top of the second inning coming up. And that will lead off for the Tigers will be Mr. Kirk Gibson. Gibson is in right field for this game tonight. 328 average, 9 homers, 40 RBIs. A very good year for Gibson in 81 for him and the Tigers. Medich will make the pitch. 3-3. That's a wild pitch. Ball 1. 5-5. Strikeout 17. Yes, he got him. He struck out Gibson. And that will be the first K for Wilt from Medich. He had 65 of them in 81. Next batter, first baseman Richie Hebner. Hebner, 226 average, 5 homers, and 28 RBIs in 81. Medich with the pitch. 4-6, that's at the park. Arlington Stadium says 5-6, and that's going to be a fly out to left. So 2 men out. And next batter, next up will be the designated hitter for the Tigers, Champ Summers. He is the DH tonight. 255 average, 3 homers, 21 RBIs. Summer gets the call at designated hitter. Medich with the pitch, 2-5. That is an error on a grounder. Summers a 4-1, and that's going to be a fly ball to right field. And it will be Bob Jones getting to that one, and a 1-2-3 inning for Medich. Nice job by Medich to go ahead and get it done there. We go to the bottom of the second. Philip Reynolds is first to join us through the turnstiles here at Arlington Stadium, and he says, "Go Tigers." Bottom of the second. Leading off for the Rangers, right fielder Bob Jones, 265 average, 3 homers, 7 RBIs, as he was a September call-up for Texas. Remember, this is September. It is the pennant race, but September call-ups have been done, so we may see some players we never saw, or some players that maybe we'll see later. Wilcox, 5-2, that is a blank. Jones, 1-3, and that's a ground out to short. Interesting to have players play in a game that historically it didn't mean anything, but in my league, it does. The catcher, Jim Sunberg, is up next. 277 average, 3 homers, 28 RBIs. Wilcox, 6-4. That is a walk plus. That 18 will walk him. Yep, that'll walk him easily. Sunberg becomes a 26. And that will walk him, so he will trot down to first. And the Rangers get a base runner. Next batter is the first baseman, Bill Stein. 330 average, 2 homers, 22 RBIs. Only played in about 53 games for Texas that year. Infield goes to double play depth. Big Clue joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Sunberg. We'll go ahead and let's see if anything happening on the bases. The 9 is a negative. Wilcox will make the pitch. That's a 3-3. Strikeout 5, and he got him. He gets him, and that will be strikeout number 1 for Wilcox. He had 79 of strikeouts in 81. As Big Clue says, what's on the line? Well, as I said, it's early in the pennant race yet. The Tigers at 45 and 36, they have a 5-game lead on the Indians on third place. Detroit's still thinking maybe they can catch the Red Sox and the Yankees for the American League East lead. The Rangers are only a game and a half ahead of the White Sox and about 4.5 games ahead of Kansas City for third in the American League West. So still a lot on the line yet for these two teams. Steeler fan joins us here at Arlington Stadium. So now, next batter is second baseman Bump Wills. Wills, a 251 average, 2 homers, 41 RBIs. Played in most of the games for Texas that year. Infield is now back, and there are 2 outs. Anything happening with Sunberg? No. Wilcox, he will make the pitch. 3-6, that's blank. Wills, 1-5, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Rick Peters will make the deal easily out there. They'll put it away and retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. And it is still 1-0 in favor of the Rangers after 2. As Big Clue says, go Tigers. Anyone but the Yanks and Bo Sox. Then I have a funny feeling that Big Clue will be very disappointed with an upcoming game in the future. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Tigers will be the catcher, Lance Parrish. 244 average, 10 homers, 46 RBIs in 81. Medich off to a good start. A 4-2 strikeout 14, and he got him. He struck him out, and that will be strikeout number 2. That's called strike 3 on Parrish, and the ball Parrish thought it was a little high, but he accepts it and heads back to the bench. Third baseman Tom Brookins is next. 243 average, 4 homers, 25 RBIs in 81. Brookins will make the pitch. 4-1, that's a possible error. Brookins, a 6-2, that's a fly ball to center field. That's hit to Rivers. Rivers, the only way he can make an error is on a 1. That's a 17. He'll make the catch, out number 2. As Rivers is right there to put it away. We now see second baseman Lou Whitaker. 263 average, 5 homers, 36 RBIs. Yes, people, Whitaker should be in the Hall of Fame, not Trammell. Medich will make the pitch. 1-5, that's blank. Whitaker, a 1-2, and that's a fly ball to right field. And once again, it will be Bob Jones making the play. And 1, 2, 3, go the Tigers. So right now, Medich is actually pitching pretty well early. And we go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Rangers, shortstop Mario Mendoza line. Yep, the guy that was invented of Mario Mendoza. 231 average, no homers, 22 RBIs. Mario Mendoza is at short. Pretty good fielder, actually, just not one of those hitters that you would count on. Wilcox, a 6-3. That is a blank. Mendoza, 2-4. And that's going to be ground out to short and out number 1. Mendoza grounds out. Here's Mick the Quick. And he is 1 for 1. Got a base hit his first time up and scored on an RBI single by Sample. Actually, not an RBI single, a double play, I should say. Wilcox, 6-4. That's a walk plus. That's 17. Will walk Rivers. Rivers is an 8, becomes an 8. Well, actually, it won't. I'm sorry. Becomes an 18, but -3 is a 15. That 17 is too high. He will not walk Rivers. 2-6, and Rivers is just going to ground it to third. That's out number 2. So I almost kind of gave him a walk when I shouldn't have, and that's a second out. Whitaker and Trammell should have gone in together. I will agree with that. If you put in both at the same time, I probably wouldn't be arguing then against Trammell. It should have been either Whitaker or Whitaker and Trammell. It should have just been Trammell. The reason why Trammell was so good was because of Whitaker. Here's Sample. Sample got a base hit his first time up. Wilcox, 2-5. Home run chance. Sample a righty, a 1-14. The 17 is too high. Sample, 3-4. He does hit a deep fly ball to left field, but Steve Kemp is going to get to there, and he will put it away, and it will be a 1-2-3 inning for the Rangers. After 3, 1-0 in favor of Texas. The joke was putting in Jack Morris. I understand. I'll give Jack Morris a pass on it. I'll buy Jack Morris. I have no problem putting him in there. I don't really have an issue with Jack Morris. I'll buy him. Some people might not. I agree with it, but, some people might not agree with it, but I thought Jack Morris could get in there. I'll buy it. I'll buy him. Lena Young joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Top of the 4th, Rangers lead 1-0. Leading off for the Tigers will be Rick Peters. Peters is 0 for 1. Medich with the pitch. And 5-1, that is blank. Peters, 2-3. And against a right-handed pitcher, that's going to be a fly out to right. And out number 1. Medich off to a good start. Last time we saw Doc Medich, actually, he was with the Pirates in 76. Here's Kelleher. Kelleher got a base hit his first time up. Jack Morris greater than Dave Steve? I don't think so. You can make arguments for him, too. Medich with the pitch. 5-5, strikeout 10, got him. Struck out Kelleher. And that's going to be strikeout number 3 for Medich. I have no problem if, like I said, if you wanted to put Steve in the Hall, I would not have an issue with that. Baines was the punchline. Baines does not belong in the Hall. Here is Kemp. Kemp is 0 for 1. Medich will go ahead and make the pitch. 5-2. That is a blank. Kemp, a 3-1 base hit right past first, as that's going to get by Stein, and Kemp will keep the inning alive with a single. Base hit for Kemp. He will hold it first. And now a chance for Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 1. 2 outs. Kemp is available, does have a steal a chance, and he does get the jump. Question is, do I want to send him? 15 minus 2 is 13, and Sunberg minus 2 is 11. Nah, Gibson with a 328 average. I will call off the steal and let Gibson swing. Medich will make the deal. 3-1, that's a range play. Gibson, 5-3. That's going to be a single into center field, but it's a range play. Mickey Rivers is out there. His range is a 2. Does he take the single away from Gibson? No, he does not. It will be a base hit. Kemp's base running rating becomes a 4 with 2 outs. Single to center, -1 is 3. Rivers has a +2 arm. Not a good arm, so it's a 5. So a 1-5 on the blue die. Kemp will be safe at third. And a 6, let's see, Rivers a +2. So the only way there could be an out is on a 6-1. It is a 6-2. So no, Kemp will hold at second base. As somehow or other, Rivers got that ball in quickly, and the runner will hold. So Kemp does not go to third. But it is a base hit by Gibson. And a chance now for Hebner to see if he can get a run in there. Runners at first and second, there are 2 outs. Hebner is 0 for 1. Anything on the bases? The 16 says no. Medich now got 2 Detroit batters on the base. Medich with the pitch. 5-4, that's a blank. Hebner will swing. 6-1, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Rivers this time will get over there, and he will put it away and end the threat. No runs, 2 hits for the Tigers, as Detroit looked like they threatened a little bit there, but Medich gets out of the inning as we go to the bottom of the 4th, and the Rangers still have a 1-0 lead. The finals, there was only 5 runs scored in this game, so I'm not surprised this is a low-scoring game at this juncture. Bottom of the 4th, and leading off for the Rangers will be Al Oliver. Oliver is 0 for 1. 1-0 Rangers. Wilcox, 6-1, strikeout 10, too high. Oliver, 3-3, and that's going to be a ground out to second, and out number 1. 1 man down, that will bring up Bell. Bell is 0 for 1. Wilcox, he's actually pitching pretty well himself. Gave up the quick run in the first. Wilcox, a 4-6, that's a blank. Bell, a 1-1, and against a right-handed pitcher, that's going to be a ground out to short and out number 2. So far, Wilcox also himself doing pretty well. I mean, Medich is at a 3.08 ERA, and Wilcox at a 3.03 ERA. So that's not bad. Nothing wrong with those earned run averages. Here's Jones. Jones is 0 for 1. Wilcox looking in. 4-2. That's a wild pitch. Ball 1. 5-1. Strikeout 20. Not a chance. Jones. 5-2. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Picked up by Tom Brookins. Throws to first to retire the side. So 3 straight ground outs. And 3 up and 3 down. Still 1-0 Rangers after 4. That is your score. I made a rhyme. Inning number 5. Baby joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Let's see. Leading off for the Tigers will be Champ Summers. Summers is 0 for 1. Medich looking on here and ready to make the pitch. 4-6. That's at the park. Arlington Stadium 3-2. That's going to be a single plus to center field, which means Summers has to try for second. Summers rounding first. He's going to try for second. His base running rating is a 2. The single to center. Rivers is a +2 arm, so it's a 4. So a 1-4. Summers will be safe at second. A 5 he holds. And a 6-1 he could be out. It is a 5-5. He will hold back at first. He will not try for second base, as once again, Rivers gets that ball in quickly. But it will be a leadoff single for the Tigers. Next up is Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 1. Infield goes a double play depth. Summers really not a stealing threat. And the 16, he'll stay put. Medich, he will deal. 3-1, range play. Parrish, 6-1. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Bell. His range is a 5, but the infield double play depth, his range is a 4. And he will get it. Now we'll see if he turns a double play. 3, 2, 3. Second base, Wills, -1. So the only way they turn a double play is on a 2. And it's a 1. They got it. Third base to second base to first base. 2 outs. A great play by Buddy Bell at third on the range play. And then he throws to second, throws to first. And that is now 2 down. Next batter will be Brookins. Brookins is 0 for 1. Nice job by Buddy Bell. Future Cincinnati Red. Medich will make the pitch. 2-6. Strikeout 5. Got him. Struck him out. And that will retire the side. And that is strikeout number 4 for Medich. No runs. A hit for the Tigers. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. In this key matchup here in the early stages of the pennant race of 81. Bottom of the 5th, leading off for the Rangers will be Jim Sunberg. He walked his first time up. Wilcox. And that is a 1-3 range play. Sunberg 1-3. Ground ball to first. The ball is hit to Hebner. His range is a 2. And nope, he won't get that. And that is going to be a single for Sunberg, as it's just pretty much out of Hebner's reach. And Sunberg will get on base for the second time today. Sunberg on at first. And the next batter is Stein. Stein is 0 for 1. Infield to double play depth. I don't think Sunberg going to do anything. That's a 4, and no, he'll stay put. And no, he's not going to do a hit and run here because Sunberg, a stolen base rating of 6, in case Stein strikes out. Although Stein, that is a 4. He has against a righty, he only strikes out on a 5. And he does get the hit and run is available. He doesn't strike out much. Wilcox, really not a strikeout pitcher. You know what? Hit and run is on. I'm going to call a hit and run for the Rangers. Wilcox. 6-6, strikeout 2. Yeah, God, yeah, okay. That's not going to work. So Wilcox, that's a 6-2. A 6-6 is a strikeout. The 2 is good against the righty. So Stein strikes out. So I mean, Sunberg is now on his way to second. His stolen base rating 6 -3 is a 3, and Parrish -1 is a 2. And -2 to stolen bait rating on a failed hit and run is a 0. But with that happening anyway, even though it's a 0, I still roll the die because a 1 or a 2, it could be an error. It is a 5. Sunberg is out, and that's out. That's strike him out, throw him out, 2 outs. So that is strikeout number 2 for Wilcox. And Sunberg is gunned down at second. And there are 2 down. So the hit and run didn't work. And I'm not surprised. Because the way I get D20 rolls for hit and runs and steals, I know I have the worst luck on steals and hit and runs. That is so true. Here's Wills. Wills is up next, and he's 0 for 1. Even though a hit and run could go below a 0, I still roll a D20 in case of an error. A 1 or a 2, there still could be an error. Wilcox, 3-1. That's a pitcher result. Will's a switch hitter hitting the left side. A 1-2 would be an automatic out. The 3 is actually too high. Will's 4-3, and that's going to be grounded to short, taken care of there by Kelleher, and he will toss it to first to retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Rangers as Wilcox gets a little help from a struck him out, throw him out, and it's still 1-0 Rangers after 5. As yes, BBBB does say I have the worst luck on steals and hit and runs. Bunts, I seem to do pretty good, though. I don't know why. I just do. Let's go to the top of the 6th. Lou Whitaker leads off for the Tigers, and he is 0 for 1. So far, both pitchers got plenty of gas. Medich with the pitch. 2-1 against the lefty. That's a walk. That 12 is going to be too high. Whitaker is a 12 against righties, but -3 makes him a 9. Whitaker, a 3-4, and he flies out to center. So that is the first out. And now we'll see Peters. Peters is 0 for 2. Medich, a 5-1, that's blank. Peters, a 2-5, and that's going to be a single into center field. A base hit for Peters. He gets his first hit of the night. Chance now for Kelleher. Kelleher is 1 for 2. Peters really not much of a steal threat. He doesn't get it there. Peters on it first. Medich will go ahead. Best place to get more dice. Amazon. Yep. Medich with the pitch. 3-3. Wild pitch. 12. Ball 1. No. That's going to be ball 1. And Sunberg tells Medich to settle down. 4-3. That's a range play at the park. Arlington Stadium 2-4. And that's going to be a double star 1, which will be a ground ball to second. That's a range play, though. It's a hit to second base, and Wills is the second baseman. His range is a 3, but with the infield a double play depth, it's a 2. And he got it. He makes the play with a 1. And Kelleher, a double play rating of 6. -1 is 5. Infield there is a 6. And let's see, that's hit to second. Mendoza -1. They turn a double play on a 5 or lower, and they do. Second base to shortstop, back to first. Double play, inning over. No runs on a hit by the Tigers. That is the third double play Detroit has hit into as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Another double play. Combined, 4 double plays combined between the two teams. Mario Mendoza leads off for the Rangers here in the bottom of the 6th. He is 0 for 1. Wilcox, let's see what he's got. 4-5 again. That is against a righty. That's a strikeout. The 4 is good. He got him, struck him out. And that is strikeout number 3 for Wilcox. 1 out for Rivers. Rivers is 1 for 2. Wilcox, 2-3. That's a blank. Rivers, 4-5. That's a ground out to second and 2 men down. Both these pitchers, another pitcher's duel here at RJL 518. Inside pitch. Sample is next. He's 1 for 2. Wilcox, 1-4 against a righty. Base hit right up the middle. Sample keeps the inning alive with a single. He will trot down to first as he hits Wilcox in this section here against a righty. That is a base hit, and Sample goes to first. A chance now for Oliver. Oliver is 0 for 2. There are 2 outs here in this rapidly moving ball game so far. Sample does have a steal threat. The 17 means he's not going anywhere. Wilcox with the pitch. 4-3. It's a blank. He's not tired. Oliver. 3-4. That's a ball hit to center field. That is a 14 against a right-handed pitcher. It's going to be too high. It'll be a fly ball to center field. And Rick Peters will get to that one and put it away for the final out of the inning. No runs, a hit for the Rangers. Still 1-0 here after 6. Which team will break out? It's only a 1-0 lead in this key American League matchup in the early stages of the pennant race in September. Steve Kemp leads off for the Tigers, and he is 1 for 2. Medich still has plenty of baseball left in him. Medich will make the pitch. 5-4. That is blank. Kemp, 5-5. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. And the throw goes to first for out number 1. Ground out to third. Dave Little joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Next batter will be Kirk Gibson. Gibson is 1 for 2. Singled his last time up. Medich. And that's a 4-4. That is a blank. Gibson, 1-2. And a single right past the shortstop. Mendoza couldn't get that. And that will be a single for Gibson. He's now 2 for 3. The Tigers have gotten base runners, but they've not been able to get them in. Here is Hebner. Hebner is 0 for 2, infielder double play depth. Gibson, a definite stealing threat. That is an 18, though. He doesn't get the jump, and he will stay put. Medich looking in and ready to deal. 6-6, strikeout, 17 is high. Hebner, 6-2, and that's going to be a single right past first for a base hit. Gibson's base running rating is a 5. And a single pass first, he'll easily make third, and he will hold there. Hebner holds it first, and now the Tigers got a chance to try to get a run in and tie this game up. And it will be up to Champ Summers. Summers is 1 for 2. Still 1 out. Summer, they're going to call the infield in. Is what they're going to do here is the Rangers will call the infield in. Summers does not have a GDP, so a double play is unlikely. Infield is in. Runners at first and third. Checking a strategy roll. 4. No play. Medich will make the pitch to Summers. And that is a 4-1. That's a possible error. Summers, 4-1. And that's going to be a fly ball to right field. The ball is hit to Jones. His error rating is a 0, so he's not going to make an error. That's going to be out number 2. Summers has a sacrifice fly rating of 2. Does he bring in Gibson automatically? No, he does not. No, he does not, but Gibson very fast. A base running rating of 5. The ball was hit to right, and Jones has a 0 arm. A 1-5 on the blue die. Gibson will score a 6-1, 2, or 3. On the white die, there could be an out. It's a 6-1. It's a 6-3. And now we got to see who's thrown out here, because Hebner could be going for second on the throw. On a 1, Gibson will score. On a 2-5, he is thrown out. And it's going to be a 4 on the throw to the plate. And Gibson is thrown out at the plate. Side retired. You got to be kidding me. What a throw by Bob Jones. He nails Gibson at the plate. A fly out to right. Gibson takes off, and he's thrown out at home. Stadium cheers. Yay! And that retires a side as Gibson slid in there, and the umpire says, "You are out, man, by at least a good couple of feet." And Gibson can't believe it that he was thrown out by Bob Jones. Holy cow. No runs, 2 hits for the Tigers as Bob Jones guns down Gibson. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker coming up after the game, and our next game will be tomorrow night. We will move on to September 7th, and a big matchup in the National League West as the San Francisco Giants will take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Ed Whitson for the Giants and Bob Welch for the Dodgers. At this time, the Dodgers are leading the National League West with 47 wins. The Giants have 44 wins. They are 3 back of the Dodgers. 3 back of the Dodgers for the division lead, but San Francisco, Cincinnati, and Houston all have 44 wins, with Atlanta with 45 wins. But of course, we have to have 10-minute ticker, as that could change. But it's going to still be a big game tomorrow night. Will be at Dodger Stadium as the Giants will take on the Dodgers, Whitson and Welch. And that should be a fun game to play in that rivalry in the National League West between the G-Men and the Bums. Bottom of the 7th, Rangers leading 1-0 on a heck of a play at the plate. Leading off for the Rangers will be Buddy Bell, and he's 0 for 2. As Dave Little says, epic basketball league action will follow the 10-minute ticker. Yes, nobody wants to miss the ticker, but also nobody wants to miss Dave Little's epic basketball league. You better check that out. If you love absolute spectacular b-ball, he's the guy to check it out with. Mr. Little. Wilcox with the pitch. 6-6, strikeout, 17 is high. Bell, 1-6. That's going to be a fly out to center. So both these pitchers right now getting away with getting base runners on here. Here's Jones, and Bob Jones gets a nice ovation here from the Arlington crowd for throwing out Gibson. Jones is 0 for 2, though. Wilcox, 3-3, strikeout 11, and he got him. And that's going to be strikeout number 4 for Wilcox. 2 outs. Both these pitchers doing a very, very good job. Sunberg is next. He's 1 for 1. He singled, but he also walked. 2 outs. Wilcox, 2-6. That's a blank. Sunberg, 1-4. Ground ball to third. That'll get picked up by Brookins, and he will toss it to first for the out. 1, 2, 3, go the Rangers. It remains 1-0 in favor of the Lone Star State. We go to the top of the 8th. Rangers leading 1-0. Leading off for the Tigers will be Lance Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 2. Medich still has a few more batters left in him. He will pitch. Why not? You're pitching a shutout here. Medich with the pitch. 3-5 against the righty. Strikeout 14. Cold strike 3. He got him. Parrish a 14. That is a 14. And Parrish can't believe it. And he strikes out for the second time tonight. That's strikeout number 5 for Medich. Out number 1. He had 65 of them in 81. And here's Brookins. Brookins is 0 for 2. Medich with the pitch. 6-6. That's a strikeout. 15. That's high. Brookins 4-2. And that's going to be a single right past second base. And Brookins will get on first. That's Brookins' first hit of the game. Coming up next will be Whitaker. Whitaker is 0 for 2. Infield goes the double play depth. 18, nothing on the strategy roll, and I'm not going to have Whitaker. A bunt of it is available, but I'm not going to have Whitaker bunt. Brookins on it first. Medich, he will pitch. 6-4, error on a throw. Whitaker, 2-2, and that's a ground ball to third. The throw is ground ball to third that's hit to Bell. Bell's error rating is an 8. That's an 8. There's going to be an error on a throw. He will make a throwing error. The question is, where did it go? So we got to first see where the ball was thrown to. There is going to be a throwing error. So we check the double play. 2, 1, 2. And Mendoza's a -1 arm. So let's see what it would have been. It is a 1. So it would have been a double play. So the throw goes to second. And of course, second baseman Wills is covering. So it's an error on a throw. Wills' range is a 3. Now a 1, 2, or 3, the ball got by him and went into the outfield. I'm sorry, 1, 2, or 3, he makes the play. A 4, 5, or 6, the ball went by him into the outfield. That is a 4. That's what it does. It's going to be a 2-base error. So Brookins will go to third, and Whitaker goes to second. That is a huge error right there made by Betty Bell. And that puts runners at second and third. So that is an E5. Brookins to third and Whitaker to second on an error on a throw. And the stadium gets a little bit anxious. And the next batter is Peters. Runners at second and third, 1 out. They're going to call the infield in. Peters is 1 for 3. Medich can't believe it. That is the first error, by the way, on the Rangers. There were no errors historically in this game. So Buddy Bell makes a huge error at third. Now Medich has got to try to pitch around it. And unfortunately, Bump Wills could not keep the ball from going into the outfield. Checking a strategy roll. That is a 15. Nothing happening. Medich will make the pitch. 3-3. Wild pitch 7. No. Ball 1. And Sunberg jumps up out of his crouch and immediately runs to Medich and tells him to calm down. Ball 1. They'll do it again. Medich. 3-6. That's a blank. Peters swings. 2-4. And that's going to be a base hit to left field. That will be a single. It's a single to left. Brookins does come in to score. Whitaker's base running rating is a 4. Single to left +1 is 5. Left fielder sample +1 is 6. There's not going to be a throw. Whitaker will score all the way from second. Peters has himself a 2 RBI single, and the Tigers have taken the lead. And now lead it 2-1. Stadium groans. The error does come in to bite the Rangers in the butt as Rick Peters hits a 2 RBI single and puts the Tigers ahead. And the batter now is Kelleher, and still only 1 out in this inning. Infield now goes the double play Def. Kelleher is 1 for 3. Strategy roll says nothing happening. Peters will stay at first. Medich, he will make the pitch. 3-3, wild pitch for possible pass ball. Sunberg's pass ball rating is a 5. He prevents it. Ball 1. He prevents it. Sunberg does not let the ball get by him. They'll do it again. Ball 1. Medich. 4-2. Strikeout 4. And that is good. He struck him out. And that will retire the side. Strikeout number 6 for Medich. But the damage... I'm sorry, that's not the end of the inning. That's strikeout. That's 2 outs. My bad. Struck him out. 2 outs. 2 men out. Now the batter is Kemp. Kemp is 1 for 3. And now Medich is now tired. And they're going to see if he can finish the inning out. So Kemp 1 for 3. Peters on at first. Checking the strat. Nothing happening there. Medich is now tired, but he's going to let him go. They're going to let him pitch to Kemp. Pitch from Medich. 4-4. That's a blank. Kemp will swing. 3-6, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. That'll get taken care of by Mendoza. He throws to first to get Kemp, and that will end the inning. Wow, what an inning for Detroit. 2 runs on 2 hits, but a ginormous error puts the Tigers ahead 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Wilcox will come on and pitch. And Bill Stein leads off for the Rangers. He's 0 for 2. He struck out twice here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Wilcox, he will pitch. He's got 5 batters he can face before he tires. Wilcox, 4-2, wild pitch, ball 1. 6-2, walk plus, 19. Nope, that's going to be too high. Stein, a 6-5, and that's a ground out to first. 1 man down. And now the batter is Wills. Wills is 0 for 2. Wilcox. Let's see what he's got. 5-4. That's blank. Wills. 5-4. And that's going to be a ground out to second. Out number 2. Next batter is Mendoza. And I'll let him bat. He's 0 for 2. Wilcox looking on, making the pitch. 3-2, strikeout 11. That's high. Mendoza, 5-1. That's a fly ball to left field. Steve Kemp will get to it, and he will make the catch. And that retires the side. 1-2-3, go the Rangers. It remains 2-1 in favor of the Tigers. Boy, that error is looming really, really large. Already at the top of the 9th inning in this fast-moving ball game, leading off for the Tigers is Kirk Gibson, and he's 2 for 3. They got left coming up. That's going to be it for Doc Medich, as he could probably take the loss here, but those runs were unearned on him. Looks like the Rangers will bring in a lefty. Looks like the Rangers will bring in a lefty here, and let's see who they're going to bring in. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to go with him because he has the most relief appearances. Or this is the 9th inning. Actually, it's the 9th inning, so I do not have to go by relief appearances. I can bring in the best pitcher they have, actually. And it's going to be, actually looks like it's going to be a righty instead. So coming on to pitch now for the Rangers is going to be Steve Comer. 8 wins, 2 losses, 6 saves, a 2.56 ERA. I'm now using relief appearances before the 9th inning. Okay, before the 9th inning, but since it is the 9th inning, they can bring in anybody. Doesn't matter who it is. So, but Comer has the lowest ERA. So Comer's job is to keep it a 2-1 game here as Jim Connell joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Gibson is 2 for 3 tonight. Yes, we got a good one. The Tigers just took a 2-1 lead in the top of the 8th inning here on a huge error by Buddy Bell, which allowed a couple of base runners to move up. Comer, 3-2. That's a walk plus. That 9 is going to walk him. So Comer comes in there and walks Gibson. And Gibson will reach base for the 3rd time tonight. And now here's Hebner. Detroit looking for some insurance here. Hebner is the batter and is a 226 average. Do I want to pinch it for him? He is at first base. Let's see, righty switch. Yeah, we're going to do that. Hebner is going to come out of the game, and they're going to pinch hit for Hebner, even though he is a lefty, but they're going to bring it a little better here. Coming on to pinch hit will be Bill Fahey, a 254 average, a homer, 9 RBIs. It's the 9th inning. I can use anybody. Bill Fahey will pinch it against Comer, and taking over at first base will be Ron Jackson. So timeout on the scorecard so that Ron Jackson can be put on it. So he is a 3-4. And so Jackson will now take over at first. So Ron Jackson takes over at first, but Bill Fahey will pinch hit as a little better average. Infield a double play depth. Tigers looking for insurance. I'm rolling a strategy roll. Gibson's a threat to steal. That's a 6. He does not get it. However, the hit and run is available. 5 minus 2 is 3. Fahey against a righty is a 5. And a plus 3 is a 6. And I'm going to call a hit and run by Bill Fahey. The last time I did this, it was a strike him out, throw him out. But Gibson, however, is faster. Comer, a 4-5 against the lefty. That's a blank. Fahey will swing 3-2, and it's going to be a base hit to right field. Fahey makes contact. It's a single to right. On a hit and run, Gibson's base running rating becomes a 7. A single to right is a +2, which would make it a 9. I don't have to go any further than that. We know Gibson makes third easily without a throw, and Fahey will get a base hit on a hit and run. Single by Fahey, and now runners at the corners with nobody out. The batter now is Summers. Summers will hit, and he is 1 for 3. Infield is in by the Rangers. Nothing on the strategy roll. Comer will pitch to Summers. Runners at the corners. 2-1 Tigers. Comer, 6-6. That's a blank. Summers, 4-6. That's a ball hit to right field. That is a 5. And that's going to be a single for Champ Summers. A base hit to right. Gibson comes in to score. Fahey's base running rating is a 2. Single to right, +2 is 4. Right fielder Jones is a 0. A 1-4, Fahey gets the third. A 5 he holds. A 6, 1-3 could be out. It is a 5, and he will hold at second. He does not get the third, but the run does come in to score. It is now 3-1 in favor of the Tigers. Stadium groans. RBI single by Champ Summers. So Steve Comer comes in here and gives up a walk and 2 hits. And the batter now is Parrish, and that's going to be it for Comer, as the Rangers have seen enough out of one of their better pitchers. So still nobody out here on the top of the 9th. And let's see who the Rangers are going to bring in this time. And they're going to go with Jim Kern. 1 win, 2 losses, 6 saves, a 2.70 ERA. Kern will be the 3rd Ranger pitcher here. Rural West Virginia says, EA! Yep. Runners at first and second. Let's see here. Kern will pitch to Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 3. And the infield's a double play depth. Strategy rolls are now off. Kern, 2-5. Walk plus 15. Yes, he does walk him there. And the bases are loaded. And the Tigers are now threatening a big inning here in the top of the ninth. And the batter is Brookins. A walk by Parrish. Brookins is 1 for 3. Tigers leading 3-1. The Rangers held a 1-0 lead through most of this game until the 8th. And now the Tigers are beginning to really do some damage. Let's see. They're going to call the infield in. Kern's going to make the pitch. It's a 6-3. Range play. Brookins. 3-2. It's a line drive to third. It's hit to Sample. Sample's range is a 4, but with the infield in, his range is a 2. No, and that is going to be a single for Brookins past third. It's a single 5. Fahey will come in to score. Fahey comes in to score. Summers, a base running rating of 2, though. A single 5, he will not be able to score, and he will hold at third. Parrish holds at second. Brookins does get the base hit. It is now 4-1 in favor of the Tigers. Stadium groans. Now the batter is Whitaker. Still nobody out. Top of the ninth. So far, you brought in the bullpen. You have walk, single, walk, single. And now Whitaker is the batter. Whitaker is 0 for 3, but he reached on an error his last time up. Infield is still going to be in. Kern will make the pitch. 1-3. That's at the park. Arlington Stadium, 5-5. And that's going to be a ground ball to first base. A grounder to first. The infield is in. Whitaker, double play rating is 2, -1. There is no pivot rating. So they're going to try for the double play, the 3-6-3 double play. I'm sorry, the 3-2-3 double play. The only way they can turn this is on a 1. It is a 5. So the throw goes to the plate to get Summers. So Summers is out, but the runners will advance 1 at 1 base, and there is 1 out. It goes as a fielder's choice. So fielder's choice, but Summers is out of there. And the bases are still loaded now with 1 out. Here's Peters. Peters is 2 for 4. He's got 2 singles. 4-1 Tigers here on the top of the ninth. In this big American League matchup here at the early stages of the pennant race. Kern will make the pitch. The infield will still be in. Kern, 6-1. That's a blank. Peters, a 6-2. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. That's a ground ball to short. The infield is in. Again, they're going to try a double play. A 2 -1. So they're going to try a 6-2-3. The only way they can turn a double play is on a 1. It's a 6, which means that it was a slow rolling grounder, and the only play is to first. Parrish will come in to score. Brookins goes to third. Whitaker goes to second, and Peters is out. 2 outs. 5-1 Tigers. So that is a grounder to short that does bring in the run. And there are 2 outs now. 5-1 Detroit. Stadium groans. The next batter will be Kelleher. Runners at second and third. And Kern is going to stay out there and pitch. Might as well now. Kelleher is 1 for 4. 2 outs now, 5-1 Tigers. Kern looking to see if he can get out of this inning, but the Tigers are scraping out runs. They've scraped out 3 runs so far in the 9th. Kern with the pitch. 2-1, strikeout, 19, no. Kelleher, 1-1, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. And that's picked up by Mendoza, and he's going to throw to first to retire the side. But what a wacky inning, though. 3 runs on 3 hits, but 2 runs are scored on fielder's choice. 1 run is scored on a fielder's choice, and 1 is thrown on an advancement. A good inning by the Tigers as they now lead 5-1. So will we see some 9th inning magic? Well, the Tigers got some there. Milt Wilcox can pitch to 2 more batters before tiring, and they're going to let him pitch. Why not? He could probably get the complete game. So Milt Wilcox leading off for the Rangers will be Rivers. Mickey Rivers, 1 for 3. Wilcox trying to go the distance here. Rivers will lead off. Now 5-1 Detroit. Wilcox, 5-3 against the lefty. That's an automatic out. And it will be a ground out to second. Out number 1. 1 man down. That will bring up Sample. Sample is 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. So I go ahead and I take out Doc Medich, and I bring in the bullpen, and the Texas bullpen implodes. Wilcox with the pitch, 6-1, strikeout, 15 is high. Sample, 6-3, and that's a ground out to third. That's going to get picked up by Brookins. He will throw to first for out number 2. Wilcox is now tired, but they're going to let him pitch. And the last chance for the Rangers will be Oliver. Al Oliver is 0 for 3. 2 outs. Wilcox trying to go the distance here. Tigers were down 1-0 until the 8th and the 9th inning. Wilcox with the pitch. 2-6. That's a blank. Oliver swings. 3-1. Base hit right past second. And Oliver keeps the inning alive. A single for him. That's his first hit of the game. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 closing inning at RJL 5-1-8? I don't think so. Next batter is Buddy Bell, and he gets a few jeers, a few groans from the stands here at Arlington Stadium. It was his error that allowed runners to move up, and then Detroit took advantage of it in the 8th inning. So Buddy Bell, a chance to redeem himself. He's got to get a hit here. No strategy roll. Wilcox will pitch to Bell. And here's the pitch from Wilcox. 3-1. That will be a fatigue roll. It's a parentheses if it goes any further. It's a pitcher result. Bell a righty. A 1-15, a single up the middle. The 9 is good. It's a base hit for Bell. Oliver's base running rating is a 4. He will make third. With 2 outs, becomes a 5 actually, with 2 outs, and he will make third, and Bell keeps the inning alive, and that's going to be it for Wilcox, as that will take care of it, or I should say him. So the Tigers are going to go with Wilcox. He was just 1 out away from going the distance, but that's going to be it for him. Bob Jones is the next batter for the Rangers. And let's see here. The Tigers are not going to play around. They'll bring in their closer to be sure, because right now it's not a save situation yet, but it is a save situation because the tying run's on deck. Coming in to pitch for the Tigers will be Kevin Saucier. 4 wins, 2 losses, 13 saves, a 1.65 ERA. Saucier is being asked to get a 1-out save. Bob Jones, will I let him bat? Bob Jones is what? Jones is in right field. No, I'm going to take him back. Jones will come back out, and coming on to pinch hit for the Rangers will be Leon Roberts, a 279 average, 4 homers, 31 RBIs. Roberts will pinch hit. He will also take over in right field if this game goes any further. So here's Leon Roberts, the pinch hit against Saucier. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, 5-1 Tigers. Saucier with the pitch. 1-5, strikeout 15. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He got him. Roberts a 15 against lefties, no adjustment. That's a 15. Saucier gets out Roberts. That's your game. Tigers beat the Rangers tonight, 5-1. Stadium groans. No runs on 2 hits for the Rangers. Kevin Saucier gets a 1-out save for him. Final line score coming up. Don't go away. A nice win for the Tigers. Down 1-0 pretty much the whole game. And they come back and get it 5-1. For the Tigers, 5 runs on 12 hits and no errors. For the Rangers, 1 run on 6 hits and 1 huge error by Buddy Bell. Milt Wilcox gets the win, and 1 out short of going the distance. Doc Medich takes a very tough loss, and Kevin Saucier does get the save. 10-minute ticker coming right up. Stay where you are. That was actually a pretty good game, if I do say so. I think that was a pretty good game. The Rangers probably blew that game. They blew that game probably. Should have won it, I think. But it goes as a win for the Tigers tonight. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball of Replay Sports. A 5-1 win here for Detroit. Remember, all these wins and all these losses can now add up to see who makes the playoffs and who doesn't. Beginning here on September 4th, Oakland at Baltimore. Oakland an 8:45, and that is going to be 4. That's going to be 4? Yep, that'll be 4. Baltimore a 12:44, and that is 5. The Orioles will beat the A's. Seattle at Boston. Seattle 11:55, and that is 6. Boston a 9:51, and that is 5. And the Mariners will give the Red Sox a loss. Toronto and the White Sox. Toronto a 1:33, that's 2. White Sox in 11:24, that's 3. And with the Ranger loss, the White Sox gain a game on them for 3rd. California at Cleveland. California 13-13, that is 1. Cleveland 15-66, that's 11. Cleveland pounds them. And a win for the Indians. Yankees and the Royals. Yankees a 6-11, that's 0. Royals a 7-35. That's 3, and a win for the Royals. So the Yankees in Boston stay pretty much, the Yankees stay a half game back of the Red Sox. Milwaukee at Minnesota. Milwaukee 16:52, and that is 6. Minnesota 8-13, that's 1, a win for the Brewers. Brewers trying to get back into this. They're not totally out of it yet, but they are on life support. Cardinals and the Dodgers. Cardinals 13-35, and that is going to be 4. Dodgers 11-62, and that's 7, a win for the Dodgers. Astros and the Expos. Astros 4-44, and that's 3. The Expos are 255, and that is 4. And that's going to be a win for the Expos. Braves and the Mets. Braves are 9-15, and that is 1. The Mets are 4-43, and that's 3. And my Mets get a happy recap in that game. Cincinnati and Philadelphia. Reds 20-22, that's 4 runs. Philadelphia 22-53, and that's 8 runs. The Phillies will beat the Reds. Pittsburgh and the Padres. Pittsburgh in 18-51, and that's 6. The Padres are 13-22, that's 3, and the Pirates will win that game. Cubs and the Giants. Cubs in 8-63, and that's 7. The Giants in 11-52, and that's 5. That'll be a win for the Cubs. Moving on to September 5, Oakland at Baltimore. Oakland 15-53, and we got 6. Baltimore 9-11 at 0, and the A's will win that game. Seattle at Boston. Seattle 13-14, and that is actually 2. The Red Sox are 22-12, and that's 2 as well. Wow. We have extras there. Seattle rolls a 1. Boston rolls a 6. Seattle a 0 clutch. Boston a 1. 1 clutch, and Boston will win that game pretty easily. As Dave Little says, Section 513 groans. Toronto at the White Sox. Toronto 7-26, and that's 2. White Sox 19-26, and that is 4. The White Sox win another game. Chicago, they're getting really, really interesting now in the American League West for that 3rd playoff spot. California at Cleveland. Doubleheader, game 1. California 6-31, and that is going to be 2. Cleveland 9-32, and that's going to be 3. Cleveland wins the first one. Game 2, California 10-33, and that is 3. Cleveland 16-21, and that's also 3, so we have extras there. California rolls a 4. Their clutch is a -3, which makes them a 1. Cleveland rolls a 3. Their clutch is a 0. And Cleveland will take both games from the Halos. California better be very careful they don't play themselves out. California is in 2nd place in the American League West. But right now, the Rangers are having issues, and the White Sox and the Royals are not done yet. Yankees in Kansas City. Yankees a 5-11, that's 0. Kansas City a -2, 46. That's going to be a 3 and a win for the Royals. Milwaukee at Minnesota. Milwaukee 15-16. That's 2. Minnesota a 9-42, and that's 4. It'll be a win for the Twins. Detroit and Texas. Good pitching matchup, actually. Petrie against Jenkins. Detroit a 10-11. That's 0. And the Rangers are 7-35, and that's 3. And the Rangers will get a little bit of payback. Cardinals and Dodgers. Cardinals 7-26, and that's 2. Dodgers 11-33, and that's 3. The Dodgers are now beginning to pull away a little bit in the National League West. Houston and Montreal. Expos a 766. That'll give them 9. The Expos a 662, and that gives them a 6. And the Astros will win that. Atlanta and the Mets. Atlanta 11-11. Holy cow, a 0. The Mets a 665, and that's a 7. And my Mets get another happy recap. Don't worry about my Mets. They're not going to get in there. Cincinnati and Philadelphia. Cincinnati a 612, and that is 0. Philadelphia an 1131, and that's going to be 3, and the Phillies take that game from the Reds. Pittsburgh and the Padres. Pittsburgh a 1236, and that is 4. The Padres a 1022, and that's a 2. And the Pirates are now inching ever closer to the top of the National League East. Cubs and the Giants. Cubs a 765, and that is 7. The Giants an 1141, and that is a 4. That's a bad loss for the Giants against a lousy Cubs team. As Dave Little says, Section 513 groans louder. September 6th, Oakland at Baltimore. Oakland 1153. God, they're doing good this year. That's a 5. Baltimore 1721. That's only going to be 3, and the A's will win that one. Seattle at Boston. Seattle a 1055, and that is 6. Boston a 1763, and that's going to be 9, and the Red Sox will beat the Mariners. Toronto and the White Sox. Toronto a 043. That's 2. The White Sox a 1554, and that is 7. And the White Sox have swept the ticker tonight, and they are really making that American League West interesting. California at Cleveland. California at Cleveland. California 1144, and that is 5. Cleveland 725, and that's 2. That'll be a win for the Angels. Yankees and the Royals. Yankees a 1461, and that is going to be 7. Kansas City a 246, and that's going to be 3. The Yankees will get a win there. Milwaukee at Minnesota. Brewers a 15. My mom should get that. Brewers a 23, and that's 3. Minnesota a 921, and that's 2. That'll be a win for the Brew Crew. Detroit at Texas. Detroit an 844, and that's going to be 4. Texas a 1731, and that's 4. We got extras between the two. Big. This is big for the Rangers now. Detroit rolls a 1. Their clutch is a +1, which makes them a 2. Texas rolls a 5. Their clutch is a -2, makes them a 3. Texas will win the game in extras. Cardinals and the Dodgers. Cardinals and the Dodgers. St. Louis a 633, and that's 3. The Dodgers a 1033, and that is also 3. So we have extras between the Cardinals and the Dodgers. St. Louis rolls a 5. Their clutch is a 1, which is a 6. The Dodgers rolled a 1, -3, and that will be a win for the Redbirds. Houston and the Expos. Astros roll a 615, and that's only 1. The Expos roll a 736, and that's 3. And that's going to be a tough loss for the Astros. Atlanta and the Mets. Can my Mets sweep the ticker tonight? Atlanta, a 1715. That's 2 runs. The Mets, a 312. That's 0. No, we cannot sweep them. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad for my Mets. Cincinnati and Philadelphia. Dave Little has groaned once and has grown louder. Reds and the Phillies. Reds a 15-42. And that is going to be 5 runs. The Phillies a 17-42. And that's going to be also 5 runs. We have extras. Cincinnati rolled a 1 plus 4 clutches of 5. The Phillies rolled a 6 plus 2 clutches and 8. And the Phillies will beat the Reds for the 3rd time tonight. The Reds get swept in the ticker tonight. And I have a feeling Dave Little is going to groan very, very loud here. Pittsburgh and the Padres. Rigged again. Pittsburgh and the Padres. Pittsburgh a 10-31, and that's going to be 3. The Padres a 6-33, and that's going to be 3, so they have extras. Pittsburgh rolled a 1, minus 3 clutches, a -2. And the Padres rolled a 6, minus 3 is a 3, and the Padres will beat the Pirates. Cubs and the Giants. Cubs roll a 2-32, and that's 2 runs. The Giants are 13-12, and that's only 1 run. Wow, the Cubs beat the Giants again. There are some tough losses for San Francisco against the Cubs. No excuse to lose to them because the Cubs actually are one of the worst teams in the league. Section 513 riots. That is all for your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be at Dodger Stadium as the San Francisco Giants will take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Ed Whitson for the Giants and Bob Welch for the Dodgers in a key National League West matchup out there as we move on further into the pennant race, and that should be an absolute fun game to play. Dave Little, BB, Jim Connell, Big Clue, Lena Young, Philip Reynolds, Steeler fan joins us here. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. And make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for more pennant race action. It is the Tigers stealing one from the Rangers in the late innings tonight on a huge error by Bell. The Tigers won it tonight 5-1. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good one.